can you make a video on the Al-Zutt tribe, please? I will. Let's discuss the Al-Zutt tribe. It's not a tribe. It's not a tribe. It's a it's an ethnicity, let's say. So, Al-Zutt. What is Al-Zutt? The Al-Zutt people were Jats. Now, I have video clips on this channel in which I explain the origins, the possible origins of the Jat people. So I'll not go into all that all over again. But the Jat people are people who even today live in large parts of the subcontinent, northern and western subcontinent, right, including India and Pakistan. Some of them are Muslim, some of them are Hindu, some of them are Sikh. Right? We have very famous Jat people, including Maharaja Ranjit Singh, right? The founder of the Sikh Empire, and many more famous Jat people. So the Al-Zutt people who lived in West Asia were descendants of the Jat. They were Jats themselves. So, see, according to Islamic sources, Arabic Islamic sources, the Al-Zutt people, they came from the Indus, the Sindhu Valley region, the Sapta Sindhu region, but southern part of that, which is Sindh, Balochistan. And they went westwards. They were settled by the Sasanian Empire in various parts, southern parts of Persia. And after the attempted invasions of Sindh by the Arabs, more Jat people went westwards into West Asia. And even before the attempted invasion of Sindh by Bin Qasim, etc., you had Al-Zutt people living in West Asia. And it is said by Islamic chroniclers and historians that the Prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad himself, had dealings with Al-Zutt people. Now, what kind of dealings? You can look it up themselves. You can look it yourselves. I'll not go into that. But various kinds of dealings with Al-Zutt people. So it's Indian origin Jat people who were living initially in the southern part of the Sindhu River basin, the Sindh and Balochistan regions, who then traveled westwards and settled in southern parts of Iran. Then they settled in Iraq. They were present in Arabia during the time of the Prophet of Islam, and eventually they simply assimilated into Arabic society, into Islamic society. They obviously converted to Islam. They fought many battles, and there was an Al-Zutt rebellion also against one of the caliphates. Was it the Abbasid or Rashidun Caliphate? One of those two caliphates. And eventually, after the quashing of the Al-Zutt rebellion, many of the Al-Zutt people were forcibly relocated from West Asia all the way to what was then the Byzantine Empire. So they went further westwards. They were taken further westwards, and they were settled in what is now parts of Turkey, right? So Indian origin people all across the place, all the way from Sindh, Balochistan into southern Persia, further west into various parts of Iraq, then further west and south into the Arabian Peninsula, all the way westwards to the Judea region, and further west into what is now Turkey. All across this place, you had Al-Zutt people who were settled in these parts of the world. Eventually, they simply assimilated into the local populations, and today we don't know who are the descendants of the Al-Zutt, or maybe we do. Some of them maybe you can tell. I mean, if you look at, there's a reason why a lot of Arabic people look Indian. There's two reasons. One, they could be descendants of the Al-Zutt people, of the Jats. Two, the other obvious reason is because the Arabs took a lot of Indian women as slaves, and the offspring of those women obviously will have Indian appearances, right? So you will see a lot of Arabic people looking Indian. Some of them look like uncles from Haryana. A great example is Saddam Hussein. Have you seen what he looked like, Saddam Hussein, the late dictator of Iraq? I mean, he looked like a typical, you know, elderly gentleman, middle-aged gentleman from, let's say, Haryana. Saddam Hussein. What did he look like? Oh my God, they've chosen the worst possible image. This gentleman, he has a distinctive Indian appearance, doesn't he? Um, Saddam Hussein Al Tikriti. Oh yeah, there he is with his cigar. Nice. So Saddam Hussein, he looked definitely Indian. His sons, one of his sons' names, what was his name? Uday Hussein, right? That's a Sanskrit name. So it is said that Saddam Hussein was of Al-Zutt heritage. Okay, Saddam Hussein, Indian ancestry. Um, Qais al-Ghazali, Saddam Hussein's DNA analysis proved his Indian origins. So this is apocryphal evidence. It's not definitive evidence. It is somebody saying that some analysis happened and it proved his Indian origins. The Americans most likely did DNA tests on Saddam Hussein's DNA samples, but we don't know what the results were. But it looks like he was of Al-Zutt ancestry. So that's kind of about the Al-Zutt people. They were Jats from India who settled all across West Asia, the Arabic Peninsula, and even Turkey, the regions that were part of the Byzantine Empire. And then over time, they simply assimilated into the local populations. And some people clearly still, you can see that they have Indian ancestry in these parts of the world. So that's about the Al-Zat people. They are not a tribe, they are the Jats. The Jats are not a tribal people, right? What's a tribe? What's the difference between a tribe and something else? A tribe, the definition is that it's a small, isolated group of people who live in a way that's isolated from the rest of humanity. That's a tribe. Now, the Jats are not a tribe. They're not a tribal people. They're a big, large, robust, you could say, subset of the Indian population. All right.